Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, a rainy Monday here. I don't know about where you all are, but nevertheless, even though it may be cloudy outside, it may be rainy outside, you can still allow that light to shine. You can still be bright in spite of your circumstances. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. We should be up ready to get ready to go to work, get this day started, be productive. As I'm always saying, continually allow your light to shine no matter where you are. Bring a little cheerfulness to someone else. Yesterday, Bishop preached out of Exodus 14, and then he did verses 3 and 10. And his theme was when life box you in. Have you ever had certain situations where you have felt boxed in, no matter what is going on, you just can't get a solution, you can't get a resolve to it. You just feel like your whole world comes crashing down on you. I don't know if you've ever felt like that, but I know I most certainly have, and that's only due to, just focusing on the circumstance at hand, looking at the solution instead of the answer. And, God is the answer to all of our problems, no matter what we may be going through, no matter what we may be faced with, He is the answer. He is going to bring us through it, no matter what. When the Israelites had to flee Egypt and flee Pharaoh, I'm sure they were scared because they didn't know where they were going. They didn't know the outcome. They were probably thinking, well, hey, if we stayed there, we could have just bowed down, just did what, Pharaoh wanted us to do. We could have maybe still been in bondage, but, to them, they were thinking, okay, we could have been still free. We could have still dealt with it. Because, where Moses was leading them, Moses led them towards the Red Sea, and they're looking at this, they're surrounded by this water, surrounded by these mountains, Pharaoh behind us, they're thinking they're going to be led out there to die. And, and they've got all these things playing around in their minds, not knowing that God was in control, the whole time. They're thinking, why we have to go the long way instead of not going the short way. But sometimes we can't take the short route. We can't take the easy way out. Sometimes we have to be led the long way just to be shown the goodness that God is, the goodness that of where He is trying to get us. There's a purpose for everything that we go through. And, yet the Israelites were faced with this dilemma. They're thinking, we're going out here to die. But yet Moses rose up his staff, parted the Red Sea to allow them to go through there. And they're looking at this magnificent work thinking, how is all this happening? But yet they couldn't do it, but yet God could do it. And that's something that we have to realize, that things that happen to us, sometimes we have no control of it. Sometimes God allowed these things to happen, but it's because of His glory. He's going to get the glory out of it. Because once we make it through, we will be able to testify. We will be able to talk about it. We will be able to say that it was not us, that it was truly God. And that's something that we need to focus on. Sometimes, like I said, we get caught up in our circumstances, and we don't know which way to go, what's going to become of it. Sometimes we have this chitter chatter in our ears saying, well, oh, if you had did this, you wouldn't be in the predicament that you are in. But it's never a predicament. Whatever God brings to us is never a predicament. There is a purpose for this. And you just have to realize that. I realized that everything that I have gone through, it was a purpose. Everything. At the time, I did not know why it was happening, or why I had to go through it. But yet in the end, when He brings it to you, there is a purpose in everything that we go through each and every day. And it's not for us. Our testimony, our trials may be for somebody else to see that, hey, she made it or he made it, to let them know that if they ever go through this, or if they have gone through this, it was God. It was always God. It will always be God. So that's just something that you just have to Remember, so don't be afraid. Like God said in Exodus 14 verse 13, do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. And that's exactly what he does. Sometimes you just have to stand still, stop focusing, because God will let you know the reason and the purpose for everything that you go through. And like 14 says in Exodus, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Have you ever been in a position to where you didn't know the outcome and God told you to be still? He told you don't talk about it. He told you do not utter a word. He told you do not try to put your hands in it and fix it. He told you to just stay planted, stay still, don't move. And how hard is that for us? Because I don't know about you, but I know about me. Sometimes, you just want to get in there. You got to fix it. Some of us are fixers. We just have to have our hands on everything that we possibly do. But when God tells you to be still, be still. And I'm telling you, I know it's hard sometimes, but just listen to him. He will give you the strength that you need to do. Sometimes he may have to sit on your hands. Sometimes he have to put his hand over your mouth, but it can be done. If God tells you to be still, don't worry about it. Don't fix it. Be still. Like I said, when Bishop came with the theme, what is it? When life boxes you in, like I said, that was profound for me, because I've been in situations where I've been boxed in. Didn't have a clue what I was going to do. Didn't have a clue how I was going to get through it. But yet, I can stand here and say nobody but God. He got me through it. And he also left us with this profound statement at the end of his sermon. You may be walled in, you can still look up. If you look up, you can get up. So just remember that. Don't forget, or don't fret on no matter what the circumstance is. If you can look up, you can get up. So just remember that no matter what you're going through, no matter the circumstances, if you feel like you're boxed in, you don't know which direction to take. If you should go left, you could go right, you could go forward, you could go backwards. Don't worry about it. Just know if you can look up, you can get up. Just know that God has you. He will sustain you, and he will keep you where you can persevere. So with that being said, everyone have a wonderful, blessed day today. Allow that light to shine. And most importantly, do something for somebody else. If you serve somebody else, you will be victorious, you will be joyous, and you will be doing exactly what God wants and intends for you to do. With that being said, everyone be blessed and have a wonderful day today.